fundamental, if their Quran acknowledges that Christ is a prophet, then you can just activate and say, if Christ is a prophet, then the word of the prophet is this. So it means the prophet, if the word of the prophet is true, the same prophet spoke of himself, then you can begin to awaken just Christ as Lord. So it means they're in the midst of ignorance and refusing to accept the Lordship of Jesus Christ. By the wisdom of God, he has made inroads of the things that shall be pursued and activated from within all those kinds of religion, and you can make Christ Lord over it. Because even in Islam, Christ is a very revered prophet. So it means they have, if you can produce the sound of the same prophet, the same Christ can subdue. So I don't see why it becomes a hard thing for us to understand if we want to be intentional to bring the elite system that bring the government of God to rule over every concept. If you're going to rule over an influence that to the degree they cannot withstand. There's a place that says that you do not withstand the wisdom from which they speak. There's that dimension in God that is given for us, that if we access, we shall be given power to access a dimension that there's no religion that will gainsay the things that you speak. It will come from the place of where they are beaten in a corner. So by miracle, signs, and wonders, you will answer the questions of you answer the travail of the yoke and bondage. Some of them in disease and sickness. It means if you can heal them, you can preach Christ. So it means you will influence their religion. Some of them are in particular kinds of bondages. Priesthood is much deeper. There are things we could not manage to get into. But the vastness of that eventually invade religion, it's very easy to infiltrate every jurisdiction and shall bow of the every time shall confess, surely you say, they shall bow of the every time shall confess, surely you say, this is the Christ. He speaks of it somewhere in Zechariah and says, they shall see him whom they pierce, and they shall mourn. What exactly makes them to mourn? It's not because Christ came in the force, but there's a particular dimension of revelation that comes that the religious walls falls, and all of us they come into the acknowledgement of that light. They say, him whom we pierced, he is the Lord. Isn't that a wonderful thing that any believer should be working towards and happy about? God bless you. Back to you, Apostle. I think I'm through. I've summarized it.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, Apostle.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.